Mustang championship story. I'm Coach G. Welcome to our story. We want to tell it from our perspective. So many things have been said, so welcome to our ride, and hopefully you get some in-depth insight on what it takes to make a champion. The perseverance, the resiliency, the determination. Our motto for our championship year was DTD, which meant dominate the day. So we felt like if we could dominate the day, each day, that the game would take care of itself and the championship would take care of itself. We had to conquer in the classroom. Our GPA as a team was a 3.4. We had to conquer in the practice on the track. We had everybody make under a 6 mile and 15-second mile. So we had to dominate the day, each second, each moment of the day, and the game and the championship will take care of itself.
It's your boy Amari Kelly, class of 2018, power forward center, and I'm committed to Duquesne University.
Jameer Chapman, class of 2019, plays small forward.
It's your boy DQ, class of 2018, point guard from Meadowcreek High School. Feel me?
If you didn't know, yes, it's me, Corey Hightower, class of 2018, number 12, Meadowcreek. State champs.
It's your boy Dawid, Meadowcreek High School, number 3, shooting guard, point guard.
Hey man, it's your boy E-Man, man, class of 2019, one of the splash bros of Meadowcreek, man, one of the best shooters in the nation.
Yes sir, it's your boy Kid, coming live from you from the know. I'm a freshman in class of 2021. This year was very great, just came off winning this baby right here. And I got 3 more years, there's plenty more to come.
My name is Samuel Johnson. I'm a combo guard here at Meadowcreek High School, number 22.
Me being the tallest, I can't cheat, I can't be on my phone in class. I can't really do anything because I stand out so tall. That's bad, delete that. I mean, interacted, a lot of people stare at me, so I had to get used to that. But girls, they love tall guys, so, I just walk through the halls and they stare. Teachers, they love tall students, especially me, because I can help them reach things and a bunch of childish stuff. I was frustrated at first, but after Coach G talking to me, he was telling me I was doing something right by drawing 2 people on me because it was leaving other people open. So that's kind of my game. When me having 2 people on me, I can hit somebody like the weight in the corner and knock down a 3 ball. I don't know. I think we need to go back and watch some film because some of those fouls called were, I don't think they were actually fouls, but I had to adjust to it. It was really frustrating, having to sit out because my team really needed me in the game to, help them. And I eventually, got disciplined, and Coach G really drilled that practice, jumping up vertical, staying straight up like a wall. So it kind of helped me throughout the season, later in the season, because I became a really good shot blocker. Like one thing that needs to change is flopping, because little guards like DQ and JJ and DeWitt love to flop, especially when we play against other teams. The refs, give them the call, and it might not even be a bump or a little bump. And all it takes is a little acting. I'm 6'9" and 225, 235, so it's an automatic foul.
It was a big responsibility to put on my shoulders. Being a point guard for the team, I had to take control, be a leader, and make sure that I was in control of the game. Being poised.
I'm really the best passer on the team. You can ask anybody about that. It's fun, like driving to the basket, throwing up Jameer, or sometimes DQ, but he really don't catch him. And Amari sometimes they catch him, but my main focus was to just score, pass it to my teammates, and get the dubs. Playing a point forward role is different, because I can take somebody out on the wing, or I can post them up. So really, teams have difficulty guarding me. And I can do whatever my team need me to do for the game or for the year. It's fun being able to be out on the wing, like I said. The coach can call plays for me. I can put a show on for the crowd like I usually do. Talking on defense, that's just natural. I got elbowed in my mouth, so I really couldn't talk that much. And the coaches tried to stop me from talking trash, but that's just a part of my game, and it helped us win. So being a spark plug was my role. I can show both sides of my game, shoot the 3, mid-range, drive, and it's just fun feeling like a guard when I'm taller than most of everybody in high school.
I think everybody knows by now, you know, I'm the swaggiest guy on the team. Nah, I don't think that's right. Like in the school, probably, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
They check my. I'm the swaggiest guy, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do.
Come on, man. You see the drip, man.
That's what I do, man.
You see the drip, man.
It's always been like that. Always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Northside.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Northside native.
You know what I'm
Northside
saying,
native. You know what I'm saying?
man? I'm from Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. What you talking about?
Me adjusting to the team, like when I first came in, like I didn't know anybody, so it was like I had to fit in, you know, like meet new friends and all that, do all that all over again. And it was like kind of tough in the beginning of the season to like, you know, pick up on the plays, you know, like I had to find my groove, hit more shots and all that. You know, my job on the team, you know, we had our three-headed horsemen, you know, Jameer, Mari, and Corey. The team always went to double team. So, you know, it's my job to, you know, make sure my feet is ready to shoot the ball. And, you know, I got to hit them, and I got to make teams pay for that, you know. So, my splash brother, E-Man, yeah. Yeah.
Me being basically the best shooter on the team, you know, you gotta do whatever you gotta do. Put points up on the board, and you know, on the defensive side, you know, you gotta take charges. Me being one of the smallest people on the teams, taking charges, you know, it feels good when you do it because you know your teammates clapping, and you know it pumps you up to take them. But you can't be late. Because if you be late, you never know. Somebody might put you on the poster. So, you know, you always got to be on your toes to take charges. You don't have to be one of the tallest people or, you know, the bounciest, you know. You just, you know, stand there, take a hit for the team. That's my way of protecting the basket.
Me adjusting to high school, first couple weeks, I was nervous. I didn't really know nobody. I was just talking to the people I knew. I mean, it was way different. Everybody was playing faster. Everybody was more stronger and stuff. I just had to get used to it. And practice would go hard, and that was easy. The environment is way more people are into it than middle school. Middle school, nobody really cared. They just came to support their kids. Most teams thought I was gonna be nervous, scared. I ain't play like a freshman. I've always played with older guys, so it didn't really make a difference. Everything just made me tougher. Mostly everybody didn't think the guards would be good because of Corey, Mari, and Jameer. They was really sleeped on us, and then we had to wake them up.
Now, me, myself, I ain't scored a lot, don't get me wrong. But I was a defensive player. Anybody will tell you, I'm going to check anybody, and I don't care how it looks, how it comes out. At the end of the day, they still got to get past it.
Coming here at Meadowcreek was it's a second chance for me. I laid down a successful program at Stevenson High School in DeKalb County for 6 years, where we went to the region championship game every year. Made it to the Final Four 2014. So leaving there, taking a step back, coaching girls at Columbia, and then coming here was a second chance for me to finish what I had started, so to speak. Meaning that I had been to a Final Four. The only game I hadn't played in was a state championship game. So coming here, I was focused on that. Taking this team, taking this program to a championship level, turn around the culture. When I came the season before, I think they were 7-20. So I knew we had to hit the ground running, had a lot of work to do. I was fortunate to have a good staff, assistant coaches, the kid that came in, Antonio Dawson, Gan Jones, you know, this year Marshawn Hampton and Marquise Swanson, they came in and man, we all was on one accord. Everybody had one focus, which was winning the state championship. And we put all our egos aside. It was times we went at it, you know, fuss, fought, but again, at the end of the day, we wanted to make these kids champions. And that was our mindset from day one. This year, man, we had support from a lot of teachers. We just coming in and just wanted to help. Baking pies, making cookies, making snack bags. Miss Maddox doing everything. It was like she was an assistant coach. You could tell it's the start of something big, and our momentum is growing, and the sky's the limit. After my first season here, it was a week or two before Mother's Day, and I got the news that Amari's mom had been murdered. Man, it was tough. As a 16-year-old man, I didn't know how he would react to it. But I can say that he used it as fuel. He never once asked someone to pity him. He was up here taking his test, his finals, like the next couple of days. Didn't ask to be excused. He used it as fuel to, he used it as motivation, and it made him a better person. She'll be definitely missed, and she was a great person, always smiling, but she's definitely in a better place. And after our championship regular season, 2017-2018, a reporter, he asked to do a report on Amari, right? It was right before the championship game with Norcross. And first thing was I wanted to ask him, was it okay? Was he okay with sharing his story? And he said he was fine with it. He was ready. And so we did the interview over the phone, and that was the first time I heard the story of what happened, from him. I heard general circumstances of what happened that morning, but to hear it from his perspective, I just felt like she was going to be a guardian angel already there helping us and assisting us, and I knew we was going to win that game, that championship game. After that interview, when Amari left that office, I sat there and cried like a baby, and I just knew that the championship was ours, and she was going to be there to celebrate with us.
Amari, when I think of Amari, I use one word, that is resilience. Resilience, in that definition for Amari, is a young man that has persevered in the midst of the darkest moment in his life. He saw the help and the support that was given him, and he embraced it. And so through that support that was given to him, he used that as an opportunity to continue to strive academically, to have one of the highest GPAs on the basketball team.
Tift County, which was, our first game was versus Tift County, were the defending state champions. That game was a statement game. I think we ended up beating them by 18 or 20, and we really served notice that we were for real. If you didn't know by now you know. Our second game of the season was against Rockdale County, our first home game. We beat them 57-14. It was a testimony to how our guys have bought into defense, to hold a team to 14 points for a game. It was bananas. It showed those guys that, okay, maybe this defense does work. Maybe what coaches are drilling and coaches are preaching, even though they seem crazy, maybe they do know what they're talking about, to hold a team to 14 points. And Rockdale was a playoff team this year, so it wasn't like we were playing a team that wasn't good. So that kind of served notice that we were here.
Somebody making eye contact, it's just like, yo, what are you doing? I'm higher, way higher than you. Why would you jump? It's like, come on now. You're ridiculous. All right, DQ, man, I got a question for you. How does it feel being on the team with one of the best bigs in Jordan, Corey?
It feels great, my boy C-Hod, he's swaggy, he do his thing on the court, he a point forward. You're not a big bro. Come on, bro. You don't be in the post. You be diamond. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it feel good being on the team with my Galaxy. Yeah. Here you go.
I feel like our guys took that Rockdale game and were overconfident. You know, sometimes handling success is a skill. And sometimes you gotta learn how to handle success. So I think we came into that game overconfident, and Pebblebrook punched us in the mouth. They punched us in the mouth the whole game. Our bigs, Amari and Corey, didn't even attempt a free throw. They had them posted up out at the three-point line, ineffective. Jameer was pretty much ineffective. They pretty much did what they wanted to do. Even though we had the lead going into the fourth quarter, you know, they took over fourth quarter and they ended up beating us by like 4 or 5. But we really felt like that was a game where they out-toughed us. And after that game, we kind of made a vow as a team and as a coaching staff that we weren't going to get out-toughed anymore. We were going to be the toughest team.
Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah, going down. Sauce it down. Do too much. Ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah.
So that led us into Holiday Hoopsgiving. Holiday Hoopsgiving is one of the best tournaments, best competition in the Southeast. And they pitted us. We had a chip on our shoulder, first of all, because they had us in the old gym. They put us in the alternate gym. And so that kind of had a chip on our shoulder. We felt like we were better than that. We felt like we weren't getting respect. And so our first game, we played a team out of North Carolina called Trinity Christian. They had a guy going to Duke, assigned to Duke. And let's just say he had a very bad game. He don't want to see us again. I think we held him to like 4 points, no field goals, all free throws, and we beat him by like 30. And again, another statement game that we were for real. Our next game, we played Gainesville. Gainesville was the #1 team in 5A at the time. They front line is 6'9", 6'8", 6'8", 6'5", and you know, so they were a very formidable opponent. But we felt like we were one of the better teams, or the best team in the state. So we were ready for it, and it was a great game. We had a coming out party, Kendrick Green coming out, so to speak, showing what he could do.
At first I was nervous, and now I just got a feel of the game. I really ain't see nobody in front of me. They was trapping, being more aggressive. I was just playing cool, and I was being more aggressive.
At first, we had him coming off the bench, or not playing limited time, because he was a freshman. He was going to try to bring him along slowly. But with them trapping and pressing, and we didn't really have nobody out there to handle it. And as a freshman, he going through the trap, going behind his back in the trap. And it just kind of showed that he wasn't scared. So that showed that we had a point guard that could give us ball security for years to come. And that's a good feeling to know that 3-4 years, the next 3 years, we shouldn't have to worry about a press or a trap because he's been through the fight. But Gainesville, that game we won, and again, that served notice that we were a team to be reckoned with.
One part of the game, me and this player named KJ, going to Middle Tennessee, he got in my face, we was arguing, just talking back to back. It really ain't faze me because we do that all day in practice. I just take it as a joke. And then he was getting serious. We was killing him the whole damn game.
7A basketball is a gauntlet. It's man, no nights off. Coming from DeKalb County Stevenson, it was some nights where you could play your bench. You could even start your bench some nights. Not saying what programs, against what programs, but it was always teams who you knew was a guaranteed victory, a guaranteed blowout, and you was going to be able to rest your starters and play your bench. Not in 7A. There was not a night where I knew coming in that, okay, my bench is going to play a whole lot in this game, and I'll be able to rest the starters. And we did blow teams out, but it was through, grinding for 3 quarters. It wasn't just coming out and, pressing and you up 20 in the first 3-4 minutes. No, there's nothing like that in Gwinnett. So yes, our bench kind of didn't get as much minutes as we wanted, but you know, that's the price we have to pay to be successful this year. So all in all, like I said, there's no nights off. If you're gonna play 7-8 basketball, it's grown man basketball, and you gotta come with it. And we put the best out there, and you know, luckily we was victorious. Not luckily, but destined. We were destined to be victorious. Our first region game was against Parkview, at Parkview. And that game we showed out. I'm talking about dunks, alley-oops, and you know, and beat them by 20. And again, it kind of showed the potential to put the region on notice that, you know, you better come with your A game if you're gonna play Meadowcreek. Our next game was at Norcross. Playing at Norcross is always a difficult environment. They bring out everybody, the pep band, the football band, the cheerleaders, the dance team, the hot dog guys, all the other spirit guys, and they got all types of different routines. And I think our guys just weren't ready for that environment yet. The season was still kind of young. It was only like the 4th or 5th game. And you know, and they kind of had their way with us, so to speak. They beat us by like 13. And again, that was one of those games where we kind of grew up from. I think Amari got hit in the mouth that game. And so literally we got all punched in the mouth that game. And I think, again, that was one of those games you could look back and say we grew up. We went from boys to men that game. I think that was the only loss we ever had, that we had all year by double digits. So it kind of forced us to get better. School that's traditionally known for basketball, state championships in the early 2000s. Last year they had great guards, made it to the Elite 8 or Sweet 16. So we knew coming in the guard play was going to be something that we had to contain. Neighborhood rivalry game. We knew the bleachers was going to be, you know, if it's any other game, the bleachers would be packed for. It would be Berkmar. So we wanted to show that we was ready on our home court. The day before the game, we had some difficulties with our attention span and with our focus. So our assistant coach, Tony Dawson, had the guys running. And it just so happened some of the guys didn't make the time. So the running got stretched out. And it went to crawling, back to running, back to crawling. And at some point, I remember in that practice, like, okay, we might not win tomorrow playing Burke Bar, but at least the guys will learn a lesson, not to play around in practice. So the day of the game, you can kind of tell the guys' legs were dead. Jameer went up for a dunk. I don't think he even got over the rim, missed the layup. So we used to tell them guys, don't worry about dunking, just lay it up, you don't have legs.
He's wild.
So the guys willed ourselves to that victory. I believe we were down 3 or down 4, and Jameer Chaplin gets fouled. He misses the second, and out of nowhere, flies out the air and tips the ball in off the free throw and gets fouled and one. Ties the game. He goes to the free throw line, wins the game at the free throw line. So that game was a game where they showed me heart. They had an excuse. They could have said, Coach, our legs was dead. You ran us for an hour in practice the day before a game, but they didn't. They came out and they still was focused on winning the game and doing whatever it takes. And that kind of solidified Jameer as kind of like the heart of the determination of the team not to lose. And he was determined to win that game. Yes, sir! Next game of the season, we played in the Hawks Naismith Challenge. We were matched up against Sandy Creek. We have been hearing a lot of things about Sandy Creek, having 3 or 4 D1 guys, long D1 guys. So we were up for the challenge. And they were a very good team. And I think, again, it was one of those games that made us battle tested. We ended up winning in the end, pulling away at the end. But again, it was one of those games that helped us because we knew, if it came down to the end, that we were at least going to put our best foot forward. We weren't going to give guys the game. And that definitely helped us along the way. After the Hawks Naismith Challenge, we had the Adidas Explosion at Willa High School. Big time programs, big time opportunity to make a name for ourselves. We started off with Blanche Eli out of Florida. Very aggressive team, beat them almost by double figures.
Ice trader gang, ice trader gang, ice trader gang, ice trader gang, ice trader gang.
As a head coach of a program, it's definitely different personalities. The biggest challenge is going to be managing people because you have people from different backgrounds and people with different expectations. And so your job is to make sure everybody gets on one accord. Put away what they think, how they think it should look. I always say, forget how you think it should look. Forget how you envision it happening. Your goal is to win a state championship. Allow us to create the canvas to make that happen. That way you don't have disappointment when it doesn't work out how you think it should work out. A prime example of that was Amari Kelly. Amari came off a great summer, had over 30 Division I offers. And he was ranked first team All AJC All Metro preseason. And first couple of games, he just, for whatever reason, whether it was foul trouble or whether it was teams double teaming or triple teaming, he wasn't able to get numbers. And he was frustrated. And it really took a lot of talking to, a lot of talking to him to get him to understand that it's not about his numbers, it's about the team winning. It's about everybody being able to be successful. If they're double teaming you, then yes, you need to give the ball up. You need to find an open guy. It's not about you scoring 20 or 30 points a game at this point. And I think, us driving that home helped everybody on the team to understand that we are the best team. We may not be the best stats or McDonald's All-American stats, but it was something that was special. We made history. We took a program that had never been past the Elite Eight, came off a 7-20 season 2 years ago, and we went all the way to the state. So we did something special, right? Learning to put your egos aside and not worrying about who gets the credit, you can do something special, and that's what we did. After that, we played Paul VI, nationally ranked out of DC, Virginia area. And had a 5-star guard, Jeremy Roach, had another guy, forget his name, going to Villanova, 6'7" kid. And they were just a great team, great discipline. We were there, but we showed them we was there. We was there for a game. Y'all want to come in here to just, win a tournament. Nah, y'all come here to try to beat us because we felt like we were the best team there. Back and forth battle. It came down to the end. We had a freshman who wasn't afraid to take the big shot, Kedrick Green, and not only take the big shot, but get his own rebound and shoot it again. And rebound by Corey Hightower, and had a chance to win the game at the free throw line, down by 1.
The last few seconds, Kedrick airballed the shot. I got the rebound, got fouled, went to the free throw line. All I could think about was My team was on my back. I believe I missed the first free throw, but then I hit the second one to go into overtime. I thought I should have hit that, and then politics just took it from us in overtime. But I feel like that was a statement game where we really upped our level of play.
Unfortunately, Amari Kelly fouled out and Jameer Chapman fouled out before overtime, and we were just outgunned in overtime. Ended up losing in overtime. But again, that also served notice that if you didn't believe in us now as a force to be reckoned with, we were. Paul the Six ended up winning the whole tournament. No one else challenged them like we did.
Playing against EJ Montgomery was fun, just to show everybody that I can compete with anybody, no matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing. And it was fun locking him down. We sat on that the whole game, giving him 18, and Jameer finishing the game with a windmill. I got to show my skills, and I got to show that I can compete on any level or play with anybody. Just because it's a McDonald's All-American really didn't mean nothing. And they were talking on the court, but that don't get to me. So we got the W.
I said you like Wednesday, you said
You play confident. I mean, it's a great ass win. They outscored by 20 points in the second half. 20 points. They expect to have a number 11 ranked player on the board. That's bullshit. We get everybody ranked. Look at that shit. Because of the defense.
Good win, we can stay together as a unit. Adversity hit, you guys stay together. Like Corey was talking, Jameer stepped up, DQ, way to step up, Kendrick, way to step up. Sam, we always be ready when I call it.
3 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead, get my boy. Yeah, get my boy. Yeah, what you got? So now you gotta get my ear.
Oh, come out here with the music.
The dub, you know, I did. You know, they were talking a lot of that goofiness. Yeah, a lot of goofiness. Okay. But you know, we just ignored it.
Time out. Why are you in that Twitter?
Why are we twinning, bro? And why do you do this every time, bro? Why are you twinning? Bro,
AK, yeah, come on, boy.
Hey man, it's just another day at the creek. You see what's going on.
We got the freshie right here.
Hey man,
he coming in acting like a senior though. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, he's different out here.
Just dead.
One goal in our mind. That's state.
What you talking about? State.
Talking about dicks, boy.
What's he talking about? We going to NY.
We ain't going for this one.
Yeah. We at the top with it, boy.
So after the Brookwood game, we had to play Norcross, which was at home. And again, Jameer wasn't playing. But we felt like we still could win the game. We felt like we had got better, and we knew Aquarius was had to step up, we knew Kendrick was gonna have to step up, Amari Corey. Y'all D1 players. Y'all gotta carry us. And we came out, we punched them in the mouth.
was said before the season and throughout the season that we didn't have guard play. But me and Kedrick, the freshman point guard, we had to step up the way we played and how we ran the team in order for us to come out successful at the end of the season to prove that we had guard play.
Norcross, that was my old school I went to. You know, like every game we play, I take it personally. Like I wanted to start them every time we play them. So like, they beat us the first game. I guess I don't know what happened the first game. We were just all like, I guess you could say nervous. But when we had played them without Jameer, I knew it was like my chance to step up, like as my role on the team. And you know, like I took on the defensive responsibilities. I hit shots. You know, just anything to help my team win, even though we lost like by a buzzer beater.
At the game one, and we felt like the referees added some time back on the clock at the end of the game, which I felt like was unnecessary. Really, referees never really add time back, but they did, and they was able to get a shot off, and Kyle was able to pump fake and lean to the side. Lucky shot, but it went in, and so that was a heartbreak. We came in the locker room, and again, I think that was another turning point of the season. Father of three, Soul, what's up, Messiah, and Zay. This is the baby at 2. It's rough. My oldest is 8, my youngest is 2. And it's a conflict a lot. It's a struggle because a lot of times I'm in the gym and in the back of my mind I'm thinking I should be working with my sons right now, or I should be at my daughter's dance recital right now, or I should be helping them with their homework right now. And so I'm always conflicted with that, and you do have to find a balance. I also feel like the guys on my team are my kids as well because of our relationship. They know they can come to me with anything, and I'll do my best to get it, to help them get it. So it's just like, instead of having a family of 3, I have a family of 18. But like I said, you have to balance your time. You have to make sure everybody is being taken care of, and you're splitting your time up evenly. So it's a fine balance. I was able to coach my son, 8-year-old team. We made it to the championship game at the YMCA, Wade Walker YMCA. So I was able to do that throughout the season. So you just have to find time to do both. And sometimes I feel like I didn't know if I was coming or going, but it was worth it to hold this up. To be able to wear this medal, and then my son got a trophy as well for being the championship runner-up. you know, it feels good to know that your time and energy is you're rewarded for. You can see the results of it. All that time and sweat, yelling, hoarse voice, can't talk. You can see where it all went, and you can still hold up some of that at the end of the season. So it's all worth it. My wife is tremendously supportive. What's up, babe? Adele. And so, man, she's like, you know, the MVP really, because if it weren't for her holding down the family, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. To the Bergmar game, which we had all type of region implications on the line, second place in the region, which is important because you get a bye in the region tournament. It was their senior night. You know, they had all the motivation, and but Jameer came back for that game, and man, we needed him. He started the game off with a dunk, stealing the dunk, and I think that kind of set the tone for the game. Their leading scorer Tony Johnson, who averages 20 points a game. I don't think he had over 5 or 6 that game. We really put the clamps. Aquarius Nicholas put the clamps, and Kedrick as well. Yeah, freshman took 6 charges that game. Kedrick Green, that's big. That's big. When you got a 9th grader willing to sacrifice his body for the team, and 6 charges, that's almost unheard of in high school ball. So it really took them out of their game, got Tony in foul trouble, and it solidified our second place region finish, which meant we had a bye to the state playoffs, which was big. Senior night versus Brookwood, man, it was hard. It was hard because we've been through so much with Amari. And, you know, I love that kid. I love that kid to death. I miss Melissa. I know Melissa was shining down, smiling down from heaven. Because that's all she wanted to see was Amari get a scholarship and go on to do great things. And so it was tough senior night. Corey, you know, a lot of cussing and fussing and yelling at, but Corey was the glue of our team. He kept things together. There was one practice where he coached the practice. Coaches weren't in the gym. Corey was the coach, and everybody responded to Corey. DQ, another kid who I love. He gonna give you his heart, his guts, his soul, everything he got. He gonna leave on the court. You don't find too many kids like that, and he's selfless. You know, to come down and get Jameer the ball and get Corey the ball and get Amari the ball and get E-Man shots and get DeWitt shots. Man, it's tough, but he did it. He was a great orchestra. He was a great player. He was a great defender. And then Sam was the heart and soul of this team. Sam didn't get a lot of playing time, but I always would put him in big moments because I felt like he was always ready. It could be practice. He's gonna go like it's the championship. He would get guys frustrated in practice because he was going so hard. He didn't view it as practice. He viewed it as, I'm getting you ready to be a champion. And we wouldn't have been champions without Sam.
Finna mess Brookwood up today. Get Coach G, bro. Get Coach G, bro. Hold on.
You moving different, Corey.
My fault, bro.
Hey, what's up? What kind of bag fam?
No, I ain't no bag fam. What's it, bro?
Take off. I want 20. Take off.
I got you, bro.
About the bag fam. Give him that Norcross.
Give him a minute.
Look, you got to put down your bag fam. Show them how it's getting out. How we get down in the creek?
You see they all hating on me, man.
Top recruit, man.
They all hating on me, though.
Shout out to the top recruit, man.
You see how we coming.
Hey, they call him the freak freak.
Hey, you going crazy. Come get the picture. Yeah, the picture go crazy. The picture go crazy, Will. I'm just showing off. Hey, make sure you edit all that out, bro.
Last home game.
I know.
You alright? You gonna cry tonight?
Nah, I ain't gonna cry. I'm real. I'm too real.
Tonight, though.
Oh, I got you. I'm going for at least 20.
Here you go. Tell me what you going for. Just go crazy.
All right, I got you.
You can play with a little bit of emotion tonight. I'll back you up.
Nah, cause then they gonna try to make me run. I'm not doing all that.
I said I'm back you up.
All right, bet I got you.
Make sure this is right. After school, you're committed to Detroit University for basketball.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. But then you stand,
All right.
we'll get a picture, and then you walk on.
I have to smile?
Yeah, you have to smile. Act happy. You're doing it right now.
No, I'll smile. Y'all gonna make me laugh, I'll smile. Listen, man. Hold on, man. Let's go talk to the team, bro. Jameer. Get up. Get up. We about to play. Huh? Bro, they in third quarter. Sam, you wanna come talk to the camera, bro? Talk to the camera, bro. The mic right here.
So yeah, we got my boy C. He got here last year. I didn't know who he was until I was in the cafeteria, bro. And then, you know, he became my boy, you feel me? See how they want to know me.
Meadowcreek, man. Hey, look, episode, what, like?
1.
Like 22, you feel me? 725, man. Should've won. Free throws, dog.
Hold on, don't try to do me on the camera. Don't try to do me on the camera. E-Man can't play defense. That's why we losing.
It's okay, bro. It's gonna take a walk.
Hey, why is he on the camera? He don't got no highlights on that. Okay,
There's so many, you know, I can't roll it. There's so many reasons I'm going to tell them, ain't got your body, the cactus with clothes on.
They say something to y'all when y'all these. I mean, man.
You gonna roll it?
That shit high.
Look, 5 on. Yeah, you know.
You gonna cut it again? Focus on tape. I can't do it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna get it. Focus on tape.
Guys came out for the region championship ready. We started off the game with an alley-oop, and Kendrick threw the alley-oop to Jameer. And And that kind of set the tone again for the game that, we was there. Play, we came down, got the ball inside, we caught the ball to get inside to Amari, they double teamed. Amari kicked it out to Kedrick, ball fake, and Dalvin went for it, and he took the one dribble in and pulled up, and made it. And we went up we went up 2 with that shot. And again, referee, they called timeout. Referee put more time back on. He added a second back to the clock. And they inbound the ball, and Dalvin dribbles 2 dribbles and crosses half court and calls another timeout. And again, they add time back to the clock. So it was almost to the point where it was almost, you know, the referee was almost asking Norcross how much time they wanted for their play to get executed. That's what I felt. And he gave them enough time for them to execute. It was a great play. Nonetheless, it was a great drawn up play, throw it cross court, you know, Cal comes to it, but had it not been for the referee added those time, they wouldn't have been able to execute that play. So we had a bad taste in our mouth on that second buzzer beater with Cal in the region tournament. We really felt like if we played Norcross again, that we was gonna make a statement. That they weren't gonna beat us again. We weren't gonna allow it again. We just had to make sure we got there. Last year, and we had to go back to their place again. So again, this was that grow-up game where you got to get past. It's like the Celtics getting past the Lakers, or the Celtics getting past Philadelphia, or Detroit getting past the Celtics, or Chicago getting past Detroit. And we knew we had to get past Lambert in order to win the championship. So we went in focused. Again, Kendrick had ninth grade, had a big game that game. Amari played huge. Jameer was in foul trouble, but the other guys stepped up and made plays. Set up a date for Elite 8, home game, Campbell High School. Again, another team with great guards, good coaching. I've been knowing Coach Green for a while. And, you know, they played tough, they played scrappy. I think they ended up beating them by 10 or 12. So that was a history game. This school had never been to the Final Four. So, you know, at that point, we had started making history. enough talking. We did enough talking. We did enough preaching. Now it's time to see what the students learn. The student becomes a master.
Concentrate, focus, lock in on the small stuff. Don't let the noise, the game, the moment. You know, it always start out kind of a hectic game.
That's not emotion.
Then it settles down. When it settles down, they haven't played against our defense. Type of defense we're going to play. All right, so come on.
Creek on three. 1, 2, 3. Creek.
Can't do too much talking before this game, Taylor.
No more talking?
You need help?
Final Four, we went up against Grayson. Grayson, you know, they had just made the Final Four the year before. They had their whole team come back. Senior led, great guard play, forwards. So we knew it was going to be a task. But again, we felt like we were the best team. And it was just another stepping stone. And they came out hitting some shots. But when we set up, we noticed something about the out of bounds that we may be able to take advantage of, out of bound plays. And Corey and Jameer hooked up for the first alley-oop dunk. And after that, it was even, I don't even think it was really a game too much to the end. We kind of owned them from the second quarter on, third quarter. I don't think they scored but 4 points in the third quarter. Travis struggled. We switched Jameer on to Travis. He struggled the whole third quarter. And they only really had one guy who was taking over the game, which was Nick. And Jameer kind of saw that, and he was able to take a charge with 4 seconds left, and to seal the victory. So to seal that victory with a charge, again, is big. We preach charges, we preach body stops, rotating, help, and so to seal that victory with a charge with 4 seconds is big. Again, boys going up into the
Get the camera on me. That's what busted somebody. And I was talking crazy the whole game.
The two tough guards that Grayson, Nick, and Travis, they got off kind of early. You know, they was hitting open shots, and you know, like my coach had to talk to me, say he needed me to turn up this game, like defensively in his shots. So you know, I took that personally, and as I seen he was hitting shots, I made it a goal in my head, like he wasn't gonna score anymore.
So we know it set up a destiny date with Norcross, who we knew we weren't gonna lose to again.
It was crazy. Before the game, me and DeWitt was talking about that's his old school and stuff, so we really had to beat them, and we had to do that for Meadowcreek because we lost to them. I know Meadowcreek lost to them about every year before us. The state championship game was just for the culture, and they were talking on Snapchat, rah this, rah that, and they lost. So I don't understand what was the point of that, but.
Championship game, man, it was surreal. From the time we got there to the time we walked onto the court, we just knew we had a date with destiny. And we just knew 32 minutes had to be played out. But I think everybody knew what the result was going to be. How I knew it was confirmation, I think early in the game, someone drove and passed to JoJo, and JoJo went up for a dunk, and Amari went up with him and blocked him. and he blocked JoJo dunk. After that point, I said, okay, we got this. Because it showed that we was here, and you guys weren't gonna get away. We weren't gonna let you do what you wanted to do.
You can say before the game, I was kind of nervous because pulling up in our bus, that was our first time running on a different bus, and you look over, you see a bunch of people like all the way down the street in a line coming in to see us play. It was crazy, but when I got on the court, all the nerves went away.
We knew what Norcross wanted to do. We knew most of their plays, what they were trying to get to, and we was pretty much limit them from getting to where they wanted to go on the court. Amari establishes that presence early. Corey establishes presence early. And then Jameer got going late. DQ carried us the whole game. The Aquarius had a coming out party. All year, people harped about we didn't have guards. Norcross was going to beat us because of their guards. Grayson was going to beat us because of their guards. Burton. But the Aquarius was the best player on the court that night. He showed that, yeah, you may have so-called D1 players on the other team, but you also got D1 players on this team, D1 guards on this team as well. And he did it all. Rebound, played D, scored. He did everything that we asked him to do for him to be a champion. And I know that was his coming out party, and I think that's going to lead to success for him in the future. Wherever he goes, I think he's going to continue that. He's going to be a big steal for a college program for sure. But winning that game, one big play in that game was the behind the back pass from Kedrick to Jameer. After that, it was like, whoa, the crowd was going crazy. We had a big student support section. It was just, like I said, it was a surreal feeling. It was a culmination of all my years of coaching. I've been coaching 17 years. It was a culmination or a climax of all that coming into one moment. And I talk to the boys about the NCAA One Shining Moment song. It was almost like that one shining moment where, all that hard work, all that fussing, cussing, getting in their face, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worthwhile. And man, I was on cloud nine. And I remember getting, after taking the picture, getting the trophy, running over to the student section because I wanted to share this win with the community because this community is a community of underdogs. Kids, that people write off, that they're not going to accomplish nothing, that, we're not affluent, but we're champions. And we're just as good, we're actually the best.
The environment was crazy. When in warm-up line, it's calling us crazy names. I can't remember the names, but calling us crazy names and the whole game just screaming at us. And you look in the crowd, 80 people making funny faces at you. It was just crazy. Oh, and the dude in the little hot dog mustard suit, whatever, it was weird. We seen him all 4 games, but he never missed a game, so he was dedicated.
We were ranked as high as 19 in the nation by ballislife.com. So to show that all that hard work, preparation, that you're one of the best out of 20,000, 30,000 high schools in the nation, you're top 20. Your school is on the map. And we're going to keep it that way for years to come.
Talking all that trash on social media. Who got the ring? Who got the ring? Come on, boys. Let them know. Come on, let them know. Where it says. Hold on. What it say? What it say?
Champ, man. You already know.
know where I want it. Which ring? Hey, what finger stop? What finger stop? Let me see. What finger? I like this. Oh, you like that one? I like that one too. All right, I like that one too. Put it on this one. Put it on this one. You feel me? Yes, sir. I need a yes, sir.
Joe was talking all that shit on social media, but
Make sure you put
what
it in the
happened?
clip.
Come on.
What place he came in? What place he came in? Look at the hat. Look at the hat.
Hey man, you talking crazy on social media.
We gotta talk, bro. You was talking.
Wait, who got to talk? JoJo.
Oh no, I told him in the game.
Oh, you told him? I told him.
I didn't even know.
Let's go. Come on back around. Get it, Jay. Don't miss the beat, Jay. Don't miss the beat. We dancing. Hey, boy. How it feel to be a champion? It's good, man. How it feel? It's good, man. That's the way to take some pictures. I like it. Yeah.
Some of y'all, thanks for y'all. I saw you all the time at all the games. Appreciate y'all support all year. Thank you everybody for coming all the time.
Yes.
All the ministers.
Creek way to state way, number one way, the champ way, I told y'all I don't do too much talking last time.
You remember that?
So let me tell you, so I'm gonna do a lot of talking now though.
Yeah, so look,
number one in Georgia, man.
That's all we got to say, man.
That's all we gotta say.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I want right now is
Mari, what was your
put the diamonds on my ring.
What was your caption?
Cold, ice. Hand, look, I'm frozen. Ooh, boy. Nasty. That's gonna be nasty when I get it.
I'm out of character. It's gone. He's gone. Stop recording. He's gone. Thank you. Hold on. He's talking about the drip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give you the Uzi shoulder.
Star 5. Jameer.
My guy.
Take seats. How you doing?
Mr. Matt.
Mr. Moment.
I want to say that I love all of my boys, and I'll miss them dearly. What?
Hey, shout out Buckets on tape.
I don't.
Shout out OIC 20%.
Well, folks, we are honored to be here to share with you the 13th annual Max Preps Tour of Champions. And it's presented by the Army National Guard, as you see the banners over there. This year's team won their first Georgia 7A state championships since the school began, as the coach mentioned. And I'll tell you what, they definitely dominated some days along the way. What do you think? There was many days that were dominated. Well, to even qualify for this tour, the team must win a state championship and be very highly ranked in Max Prep's Tour of Champions ranking systems. And MaxPreps.com, by the way, is the leading online sports destination for high school sports. The more the team wins, the quality wins, strength of schedule, all that plays into their ranking. Well, out of 40,000 varsity basketball teams nationwide, the Mustangs are one of only 10 schools across the nation that are being recognized just like this. And their final national ranking, as Coach said, is in the top 50. Final ranking was number 46 in the nation. 46 in the nation out of 40,000 teams. Well, the Army National Guard is the presenting sponsor for this presentation. So at this time, to make the trophy presentation, please join me in welcoming Sergeant First Class Bushy of the Army National Guard.
Greetings, everyone.
Again, my name is Sergeant First Class Bushy with the Georgia Army National Guard. It is a privilege and honor to be here today. I'm here today to present the Max Preps Tour of Champions to Coach G, his staff, and of course, your Meadowcreek High School boys basketball team, the state champions. Congratulations, it is phenomenally wonderful to be here and see you guys do this. And as Coach would say, dominate today and for the rest of your career, you can do it.
Foundation Hall of Fame jersey. All right, guys, let's get some rings. First up, first ring we're going to pass out, or at least recognize, DeWitt Cricklet. Up next, Aquarius Nicholas. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but a freshman. Kendrick Green, stand up, man. The Next, y'all are looking at me, I'm wondering who's next. Jalen Cole Williams. Corey Hightower. Sean Whitlock. Samuel Johnson. Amari Kelly. Jameer Chaplin. Emmanuel Collier. Timothy Lawrence. Cecil James. Maz Ahmed. How about a little applause for the head coach? The head coach is Tony Dawson. Dan Jones. Marshall Hampton. All right, finally, Nadia Abdurrahman. Come on up. This is the crew that brought you your state championship. The first ever Meadowcreek State basketball champions, please reveal your rings. Congratulations, guys.
What's your name on? Yes, sir. Jalen, you want to close up? Now, put the ring down.
All right, well.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me.
I told y'all at the beginning of the year.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look how it's shining over.
Check that out. Check that out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta get the feet. You gotta go.
Show him, Kendrick. Hey. No, start over.
There's an old saying that it takes an entire village to raise a child, and that could even be any more truer in this championship run. We had people along the way who helped us get to reach our goal. Starting under the leadership of Dr. Welch and Dr. Smith, Dr. Harris, Dr. Glenn, along with teachers, Ms. Tomova, Ms. Moon, Ms. Simpson, Ms. White, Coach Maddox, people who just went above and beyond. We just give thanks to Ms. Nichols and anyone I forgot. Again, it takes a village, and we're proud of our Meadowcreek village. Let's do it again.